Say, man, you're in a privileged position right now. You're in a place to be.
With TKB, the Bushleague Sports Friends Fantasy Show.
When are we making a piece again?
Trenches. Come get some work on your free time. Nico Trenches, we train O-line and D-line. Getting sacks on quarterbacks, you know we live. When you kick at 45, keep your nose on his inside. You better punch something, keep your feet moving, dog. My 3 tech and 1 tech, they some real hoes. My DN 6'5", he ain't got no flaws. Good grades, good feet, man, he got it all. I said it crazy, he'll snatch something. Real aggressive jump, said he tryna grab something. If the old don't shoot their hands, you better jab some. You better stab some, bull then snatch some. From the youth to the pros, we get it in. If you ain't watching film, you ain't trying to win. If you close the beat gap, then you gotta spin. If you get around the edge, then you gotta bend. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at.
When are we making a piece
I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. Where the lineman at? Where the lineman at? D tackle, do your dance. D ends, do your dance. Centers, do your dance. Guards, do your dance. Tackle, do your dance. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at. I'm in the trenches where the lineman at.
For Don Cherry, Rock'em Sock'em Hockey.
And I was getting snacks, and I was taking photos in the back of all the food.
Wait a minute, Grace, you're 19 years old.
Yeah, I'm talking about Mountain Dew, baby. All right.
He called me baby.
The return to glory.
I never thought we'd see anything that could rival the hug with his father in 1997, but we just did. That will be the greatest scene
Get ready,
in golf
folks, for the next
forever.
little while. We're going to
Jim
show you
Nantz.
what I call Rock'em Sock'em Hockey. We're going to start with the goaltenders. Now, why would anybody want to be a goaltender? Blue likes them, but she's a little flaky too.
Show me what you're working with. Come on.
Angie Dundee, Ali's trainer, right next to me is saying it. You may hear him. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Everybody that you fight is not your enemy.
Where my dogs
Everybody
at?
that helps you is not your friend.
Where my dogs at?
And that's what life taught me.
Now. This would be some perfect theme music, though. It's like you in a theme park.
Frontside 1080 double cork,
So you
setting
need
up for
some
the Monday
theme
meter.
Yeah.
Oh, backside triple cork, 1440. Salute to the crowd.
All right,
Where
Mark,
my dogs
congratulations
at?
for the second time
Where
in
my
your career.
motherfucking dogs
2 gold
at?
medals and 1 X Games.
What? Huh?
I'm here with the winner, Derek Lewis. Derek, why'd you take your pants off?
I like
Balls
that.
are hot.
Now break that down for me.
understand.
Now.
Brady goes for the big ball to Moss. He reels it in with Brady again to Moss. Touchdown Patriots.
I'm sure you've experienced this moment where you skate down the street and some shit for brains yells out of his window, "Do a kickflip! Do a kickflip! Do a kickflip!" That's it.
A look away to Livingston. Jordan.
Like that.
Michael Jordan.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Two of the biggest stars in female sport lined up in the women's singles final on centre court. Serena Williams faced Maria Sharapova, winning just 1 game in the whole match.
Adeor, behind the net to Sanderson. Adeor! Scores from the Boston Bruins!
Plays folks the handsome stone. Who's the Linsky and nonchalant here, and who pays Grant? All falls down, and Casper slides it home. The old man wouldn't have been happy about this, Brent. And Casper says, thank you.
And
Matt
thank
Goss
you
sends
for
Curry on a
holding tight.
breakaway, and when you
Your
do
host
this,
of the
you're minus
Bushleague
one.
Sports Show will be with you in a minute.
Let me explain something about greatness. We admire greatness, we worship almost greatness, but greatness doesn't mean goodness. I've met a lot of great people, and most of them weren't good people. So I decided I want to be a good person.
Yeah.
And greatness doesn't mean shit to me. My greatness shows by my goodness.
You guys want to see the 900?
Funny was either gonna make it or kill himself trying.
900 with him.
Welcome, everybody, to Bush League Sports, Episode 4. I'm your host, TKB. Thanks for hanging in there. I'm firing up the show solo, so I was trying to get all the word out, trying to get it shared, trying to make sure people knew it was happening. So thank you for hanging on till now. My co-host will be joining me in, probably 5-10 minutes or so. So I'm just, excited to be here as always. Thursday night, we're going to chat a little bit about what's going on in the game right now. Detroit's kind of dominating all over Green Bay right here live, third quarter. We're firing up again, just a little late. We got dad duty on the go. You know how it is. We're both dads. We both do everything. That's why usually the space is Thursday nights, because it's just something. It's like the kids are probably in bed. We could probably get away with doing it. The Sunday shows sometimes in the morning, they're a little more rambunctious. But no, it's cool to be tuned into the game here. Stoked to be live chatting with you guys. Obviously, if you're here, whether you're on X, Facebook, or Twitter, whatever you're on, I guess Twitter is X, so YouTube X and Facebook. If you're on those, please give it a share. If you're coming in and checking this out on replay or not here live, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend, come back, share everything. This information will be hopefully good till Sunday, right? Hopefully all the info we give you is good through the weekend, and all the banters hopefully good long time. You can watch it anytime, but go give it a share, let everybody know what's happening. For me this week, a few different things we're going to get into. We're going to chat about all kinds of things that are happening in the Friends Fantasy League. Going to get into some recaps of what happened last week, figure out who won and lost the bet between me and No Sleep, and then get into kind of a little bit of what happened in the week 3 highlights, get into week 4 a little bit, and then there's always just kind of banter, see where it goes, see what happens, have a little fun with it, and get into it. I think where I'm going to start off, though, is while I'm waiting for my host today, so far, we've seen Amon St. Brown. He's putting on a pretty good performance out there. I like a Donnie, so busy with everything I had going on today. I put Montgomery into my DFS lineup as a captain, and then forgot to plug him into my Dynasty lineup. And then there was a couple other leagues where I'm not as sad that he's on my bench, because I probably wasn't going to start him anyways, just because he's like RB4 for me in those leagues. A lot of people who draft with me know I draft pretty RB heavy. But he's put on a performance tonight so far through the first half, 2 TDs, I think 52 yards on 14 carries. He's up to 16, 17 carries now. And then Green Bay finally got something going in the second half. Watson back finally and got a touchdown. He was just clear, wide open, like just – I mean, I could have caught the touchdown. I don't know if I could have ended up that wide open, but definitely a pretty wide open, easy play for him to kind of bring it within, I guess 2 scores if they go for 8 both times. But what I want to get into a little bit today is the Friends Fantasy League, kind of show everybody what's going on there, kind of get everybody updated on that, see what has been going on in the league. For anybody who doesn't know, what we're doing is at Bush League Sports here, we're hosting a league for 10 different communities. Each community has their own league, 12 members in it, and they're all playing for different prizes. We actually just put out some prize charts today where everybody is going to be getting a free Bush League token, which will get them access to our entire Bush League ecosystem. When that goes live next year, it'll be the only way to get it free is through these tokens. And so everybody in the league will get one. The ranking will be determined based on where they are on that Tribes Award leaderboard. Again, you can go in, sign up on that through the league. It's going to go live and open to the entire public after week 4 wraps up here of the NFL. We're going to open that up. And that leaderboard is actually going to turn into a way for anybody, for up to 420 people, to get into that Bush League ecosystem. But for these 10 leagues that are already in there, the 120 members, they're assured one of those spots. And these leagues, they're all playing in their own league. We're keeping track of their fantasy points each week. For the most part, it's been ranging within 100, 150 points. We see last week, Shred and Sassy had the most fantasy points with 1,564.74. Shouts to them. The least fantasy points brought in, I think, was Mischievous Maxi. Just kind of, they happen to be in last, and last couple weeks they put in a good time or two. But this week they were a little slow going on it. Didn't get quite as many points as they needed to. I just realized I need to send a link over here. So just give me 2 seconds and I will get that link over to the co-host because we forgot to do that. We were running a little late. Got to grab that link, copy. It's coming your way, buddy. Don't you worry. Here it is. We're going to get our co-host rolling in there. I was a little dogging it on the link. I was so just focused on making sure I got the show going on my own and didn't fumble that bag. I forgot to even invite the co-host, so he'll be with us in a second here. But just stoked to kind of go through all that. Obviously, anybody signed up to that leaderboard, we're going to be tracking them on the My Tribes Reward leaderboard. So like I was saying, the all-time ranking here is going to determine what level of free access to our project you get, and that project will give you access to fantasy leagues for a couple of years, up to a year free membership to NFT Pro Fitness with my partner, Coach Joel Bam Bam Mills, and then all kinds of other different business redemptions. And this leaderboard, it's been pretty cool to see everybody getting their rankings on there. I think we got about almost 50 people that are showing up on the leaderboard now, and that's pretty awesome. So can't wait to get this open to everybody. So far, it's been exclusively the fantasy leagues, and they kind of got a month head start on it because we've also been using this to track their fab. So each week, we record all their interactions through socials with any of our projects, Bushleague Media, Bushleague Sports, myself, or our fitness company, NFT Pro Fitness. And any of those interactions get people points. Those points we turn directly into fab in these sleeper leagues every week. It's been really fun to go through this, do that with everybody. Just super, super fun. But so far, Bushleague Media is kind of ripping on it. We're just ahead of Team Sassy. And I'm going to bring my co-host up here so he can chat a little bit about it. We'll see what he's got going on and kind of get into it with him a little bit and dip into that for a second before we keep going into what's happening. Hey, how you doing tonight? No sleep. What's going on?
Oh, man, it's been a crazy one, man. I've been all over the place, made it here. Just a little late, but happy I made it. Hey, I'm stoked. I got the game on right now. The last 2 weeks, I have not had the game on. I've missed it. Didn't realize I had it on Amazon Prime. Wife told me I did, so now I'm super stoked. I'm into it. Got the game, got the pod. Happy to be here. How are you?
I'm good, man. I was telling them, we're starting a little later. You were on dad duty. We know what dad duty is.
Yeah.
I'm dad duty. We always start the show a little later just because it's like we got to start at night. We never know what's going on during the day. Those Sunday ones in the morning can be chaotic sometimes. The guy never knows. But no, it's good. I was just chatting about the game, telling everybody about how I accidentally kind of benched. I put Montgomery as the captain in my DFS leagues, and then I kind of forgot to put him in my dynasty leagues because I'm just so busy. Don't die on us live. But obviously, pretty bummed to watch him put up about 16 or 17 on the bench so far. But I'm hoping AJ Dillon can get going on Green Bay. I don't know what he's done so far in the third because I've been rambling to this screen for about 10 now. But I need him to get going so I can win some DFS money. But how was your day? It was good?
Yeah, man. Had a great day. One of our podcasts dropped with Shredding Sassy. Did a podcast with the Jarek Bryan show. That dropped today. A couple spaces, had some fun. I know you and I tagged up earlier this morning. Always love tagging up with you. Got to meet your daughter on a little FaceTime call, so that was kind of cool to meet your little one. And yeah, just really excited, man. I got smoked this week in my fantasy leagues. I'm in 3 leagues, lost all 3 of them. I need a comeback, man. I need a comeback week this week because I'm hurt.
I had a decent week in fantasy. It's hard for me to keep track because I'm playing in like 9-10 leagues and I'm managing like 16 or whatever it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
I sometimes can't even keep track of what I've won and what I've lost. But no, last week I had an okay week, but I was just kind of chatting about the French Fantasy League, letting people know about the leaderboard and how it's going to turn into open to the public next month, where that'll kind of determine the ranking of free redemption everybody will get access to for our project. And then just kind of how that's been working to give fab weekly and everything like that. And was just kind of getting into standings. If you want to pop back over to that, we had just getting into how Bushleague, we had a lead and Trent Sassy was kind of right behind us, right? You guys are following along. You're right there. We put on a bit of a distance this week, but the way it is, like I got like 4 or 5 hardcore members in my league, and they've been hardcore since the start. They were at the draft. They would get points from day one, and we got out to a pretty good one. But this, like last week, we had like 600 points on you, and this week we had like 150. And I feel like Team Sassy, you guys got like a solid 9 or 10 pretty active members. Where if you guys get going, I feel like you're gonna kind of start to rally back past us. And then a few of your members got the double fab Bushleague PFP going now, so we're rolling. I had to tone it down on Bushleague because we were getting too many points.
Well, you see it right now. Anytime I open up the X app, I have so many notifications, and it's everybody liking, sharing, commenting, tweeting something that has to do with this Bushleague Sports League, this Friends Fantasy League. And I'm all for it, man. I love seeing the joking around. I love seeing the banter back and forth, going after each other. It makes it all fun. I haven't done that this week at all because I got my butt beat so bad. Last week, we saw a lot of points, man. We saw a lot of points. I think you were saying one of the leagues, somebody put up 222 points. Was that it?
Yeah, shouts to BJ. He's in the Discord. I was chatting with him today. He had some questions about how how the whole median worked for the 2 wins a week and stuff. I was trying to explain that to him. But yeah, he ended up with, I think, the highest score of them all last week. I know a Sassy member broke 200. He's pretty
Jacoby.
And I was going through and I see Buddy at 222 and I'm like, oof, he pumped him. That's pretty high.
Yeah, man, it was a big points week for some people and a low points week for others. For me, I medianed. I lost my match, but I think I had like 126 points or something like that. Brought me up. So I'm sitting at what am I sitting at right now? 4-2, a solid 4-2. I really like the median scoring. Really makes it fair. I know not a lot of leagues do it. I just recently talked to a bunch of my
I'm
buddies.
like one of the only people that does it. I'm one of the only people that really does it. Like I've been pioneering using it for quite a few years. I've just kind of forced it on everybody.
Do you mind going through it one more time just to explain it to people? Because it's really cool, and I think that it's something that more leagues should do.
Yeah, I think I can even just pop over to the league for a second and say we'll even go over to the Shredding Sassy League and see what they got going on. But if you look at everybody's standings, you can see like through 3 weeks, Renfro is 5-1, Rancho's 4-2. So everybody's kind of got 6 wins or losses through 3 weeks. And just how that works is, let's go back to, let's see if it shows it rock solid on the, I don't know why it's in. Oh, probably because I don't have a team in this league. Let me go to one that I have a team in. So if I were to go to this here, let's say week 3 league. Oh, I'll have to go back. You put me on the spot live, so I wasn't planning for it.
No worries. So I was just thinking about our picks tonight too. I was like, you know what? We're going to be making our picks live on the air when this game is just about over. So if either of us miss this game right now, it's going to be bad news.
It's not. I guess it doesn't show the trophies quite as good as it does on mobile. On mobile, you'd be able to see them.
Okay.
But basically, what it comes down to is the wins loss is determined by obviously if you get a win, you get a win. Whoever you're in your matchup against, it's the traditional fantasy way. But then the top 6 scores in the league. It's a 12-team league, so the top half of the league gets a win for being the highest scoring team. Because like you get those instances where you're the second highest scoring team in the league and you get a loss, and you got guys with like 90 points getting wins. This just kind of evens the score, and I find that usually at the end of the year, for the most part, the highest scoring teams are the teams that get in the playoffs. Which I get it that like fantasies luck, but like you can't really play defense. Like so, this really I think makes it fair. If you're setting the best roster, you're still getting a loss to your opponent, but you could still get wins and maybe not suffer those seasons where you're literally one of the best people and you don't make the playoffs because of just pure bad luck schedule, which, it's nice to see that can be avoided. So that's where that comes in. And then obviously if you look here, it's going to be hard to see but the waivers. Some people got $75, some people got 700, and that's just because of this Fab Rewards leaderboard. People, earning different amounts of Fab each week and having superpowers basically in bidding each week, and it's cool to see the people that are really enjoying that and playing along with it and kind of getting really into it and wanting that Fab and wanting to win. And I think it's probably discouraging a lot of other people, but at the end of the day, it's kind of discouraging the people that maybe weren't participating anyways. And if I can have the people who are really interested in it and believe in it want to be a part in it, we'll just keep pushing it forward into next year and forever.
No, I like it, man. I've been having fun with it. And I think that other communities are starting to see it. Other communities within Twitter, probably external to Twitter. I think it's really going to get out there, and within the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to have a full-time job on your hands trying to manage all these leagues.
I hope so. I mean, that would be
that's the dream.
Part of the dream would be doing that for sure. But no, obviously, we'll rip through the leagues because we're already there. But Bush League's kind of in the same, shredding Sassy's, and then the only really faller and mover was Alien Friends going up a spot. VSP fell down a few, and you really see the difference in who's getting fab points and who's not as to what side of the leaderboard they're on or not. We're going to start getting some activations going in the second half of the season where like main accounts can hopefully maybe retweet some stuff and earn some huge bonus points for the community. I keep putting out the offer to Gary, 10,000 points for Friends if he retweets it. So we'll see if that one ever comes to fruition or not. But it's been fun to see how that's all working out and playing through those leagues. And then obviously we got our weekly DFS league. You can hop in our Discord, join that every week. Anybody new can come in, learn how to play DFS. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. You can kind of learn how to play DFS, see if it's something you want to do on your own. And if not, you can still maybe win a bunch of prizes through what we got going on. And then obviously come check out our blog. I update that thing every week, maybe 2 weeks, depends how busy I am, what I get going. You can read through everything I have going on there, everything I kind of update on the leagues. I'll look back at last week and this week's standings where you can see all the changes, and then a little bit of our picks, which I think we'll get into. I don't know if we're going to get into that right quite yet, but we'll definitely be buzzing along in it for sure. I know we kind of wanted to look that over, so it's probably a good place to do. I don't know if everybody already seen what the score was this week or not, but last week I had to pay up. I had to pay a big biddy from my 2 week back to back. The first week we tied, second week you dusted me. I think you've had the highest so far, 12-4. 12-4 is gonna be hard to beat. Like I know you were kind of being a little cocky, and I don't think we got the clip saying you were going 16-0 this week, and I think you got dusted. But
yeah,
12 might be a record though for the year. We'll see.
I purposely didn't find that clip. I purposely didn't find for it. I looked for it, but I don't even know. I don't even know if it really happened. I'm not really too sure. But yeah, I think what did you went 9-7, and I went 8-8. Is that correct?
I think that's what the record will tell. If we look at the blog, that's what it says: 9-7, 8-8. So that means that you're one up on me on the season, but we're 1 week and 1 week now, and you got to pay up about 25 push-ups. So I want to send a big shouts over to my friend Joel over at NFT Pro Fitness. Obviously, sponsored our fitness segments. Been pretty sweet. But for anybody who doesn't know my buddy Joel, he's live 5 days a week. You can join him, come in the Discord, chat with him, get to know him, have coffee with him before and after the workout. He'll teach you everything he's got going on. And then his website will be coming up live soon, and that's on demand like 24/7. But shouts to you. You got to do 25 push-ups. I'm stoked I don't got to do it this week. Like I said, 25 will be all right, but we'll see. You don't have to do it all in one. I know I kind of pushed it. I was breathing heavy for 10 minutes after last time though, so it wasn't maybe the best for everybody else who I'm just panting after, but I got through it, so that was cool. But no, big shouts to Joel, Ringside Banter. Stoked to just have him along for the ride with us. We put the dog in it. Oh, look, he's got the dog. He's putting him out there. We love to see it. Big shouts to Joel over at NFT Pro Fitness. But the Sassy League too. You guys have been busting. You guys, I know you're doing workouts all the time. It'd be cool to see you guys maybe join us for a Freestyle Friday one of those days. I know we'll be doing one tomorrow morning that anybody can join as well, which will be kind of cool to hang out with them. But you're crushing them. You were talking a game last week like you didn't have it in you, and you just worked through that like nothing. Look at that. Look at you go, baby. Love to see it. Let's go. You could do 50 easy. You're lying to me. You're like me now. You got to catch your breath for a minute, though. Now you're like, oh, there's the confused. But obviously, crushed that. Well done, buddy. Well done. Love to see it. Maybe you can't hear me. I can be like beaking him right now and just lipping him off. Maybe he has no clue I'm even talking to him right now. He's still got to plug in. Love to see it. But that was amazing. That was well done.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
I didn't know you couldn't hear me the whole time. So
Couldn't hear you at all.
Encouragement. I was giving Joel a shout out for NFT Pro Fitness for his online workouts and everything he offers, and just
Could you see me? I pulled the camera down. Like I couldn't figure out how to do it. I was trying to flip my computer. I pulled the camera down. Hopefully it worked out. Hopefully you could see me.
Yeah, no, you were in view. It was good. We could see. Like I said, I think you were lying to us when you said you didn't know if you could do 50. You crushed your 25 pretty easy.
Ooh, yeah, 50 would be tough though. 50 would be tough.
No, it is. You get to after about 30, all of a sudden it's like, ooh, it's like you get to the first 20 pretty good, and then 25 is okay, and then it starts to get gradually pretty tougher. But you did that easy. Attaboy. Love to see it.
Can't go too quick. Can't go too slow. It's got to be like that perfect rhythm. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I'm here for it.
Nice. Well done. We love to see it. But yeah, no. So I guess you're one up overall, but we're tied in weeks now. We're both. I guess what are we 1-1 across the board? That's what we have going on.
There we go.
So then what do you want to get into? Maybe week 3, see where that's going, see where that's rolling. I know we got into Friends Fantasy a little early because I was trying to carry the show for a minute, but I've kind of wanted to look back into what you think we had going on last week. I know I was looking back, I found a clip. We were talking about DeAndre Swift and kind of his performance after coming back, seeing how that would go with Gainwell, and then you got Taylor Swift showing up at the game there with Kelsey. All kinds of swiftness going on out there, right?
Which Swiftie put up more points? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe, never know. I'm not keeping track of the off-court game.
So do you want to go into the one thing I wanted to talk about? Are you going to pull up that clip real quick?
Which clip?
I didn't know. I thought you might pull up the your call out from last week of Swift.
No, I don't know. I didn't have it queued up in here.
Oh,
it's
no worries.
Socials. Anybody, you can find it. We posted it today on Bushleague Sports and Bushleague Media. We probably reposted it too with ours, but we put out that clip a little earlier today. But
so one game that stuck out to me was LA versus Cincy. You picked the Bengals to take that. I picked the Rams. You picked the Bengals to come out of that 0-2 hole, start climbing back up that mountain. Last week, the week prior, Puka was lots of targets, lots of yards. It's still 7 targets. I think he put up, I don't know if it was like 12 or 15 points. Still not a bad look for Puka on LA. I thought he looked good. Had the TD. Had some long plays, almost had 2 TDs, kind of stepped out of bounds right at the end. I really liked Tutu's performance, but LA, the whole game, no TDs till 3/4 of the way through the third quarter.
Kind of like Green Bay right now.
Exactly. You got to finish. And there was no way Stafford was coming back. Two interceptions, 1 red zone interception. It's tough. It's a tough one.
Yep. No, there's definitely quite a few good games. I know we kind of picked sporadically through all of them last week. I like how we both thought that we picked like completely different, and we picked almost basically the exact same last week.
So that was one that we were watching. Yeah, we were talking about that, and then it ended up only being 4 games we were off. It was actually 5. Somehow in my notes I screwed up, and that's the game I was missing, the LA versus Cincy game. So it was 5 different picks. And that LA Cincy game was the last one, but overall pretty good, man. Kansas City is a powerhouse.
I was going to say, you want to talk about the Chiefs Bears because that was a hot topic last week at Kansas. I mean, the Bears aren't that good, but Kansas City ran all over them pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was expected. Obviously, the Bears are. They're really gunning for that first overall pick again. I don't know. Are they going to look for a QB? What are they going to do? The Bears are in rebuild mode. It seems like they've been that way for quite a while. And, KC is KC again, man. T. Kels out there doing his thing with T. Swizzle up in the stands, man, loving every minute of it. I've never seen a girl that excited to watch a football game. And girls love football. I love it. But she was just so into it. It was so awesome to watch. I don't know. What was your take?
I mean, obviously, good for Kelsey. He's wheel dogging, not a boy. She's a babe. She's got more money than every player on the team combined, probably.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was a little annoyed eventually because I'm like, can we just like, cool, she's there, but like, let's talk about some football. Let's teach about football. Let's educate on some of these plays. Like they're running a road here. Like explain to us what's going on with it. Maybe I'm just like, I guess I'm talking football, so I'm a football guy or a sports guy. But it was like after the first, second, 10th, 12th time, I was kind of over it a little bit. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just getting an old grumpy guy. I don't know.
Your tweet that you posted earlier in the weekend, maybe it was Monday, you posted it Sunday. Your tweet was, the NFL and ESPN should be highlighting Miami putting up 70 points against, who did Miami play?
Spit it out already. It's the boys.
Let me check my notes. Against the Denver Broncos. You said ESPN should worry more about and that made me kind of wonder if you're really a Broncos fan, if you want the NFL just blasting them down into the dirt. If you want ESPN, I mean, you should get your focus away from that game. Your focus, hey ESPN, throw all that love at T Swizzle. Throw it at T.
The whole Broncos front office and you get rid of all of them. I don't know what they've been doing for years. They're like, oh, we got the number one defense. Oh, Von Miller has 97 chickens and he wants to stay in Denver forever. Let's trade him. Let's blow this thing up. Let's screw the whole show up. Oh, we drafted 7 cornerbacks in the last couple of years. Let's trade them all. Oh, we got this other guy. You like call him an astronaut. He's so good. Let's trade him. Yeah, let's. Oh, our defense isn't number one anymore. Why not? I thought if we spent all this money on a coach and Russ Wilson, shouts to Russ Wilson, I'll put the helmet on too if I got it. God damn it, because he sent me a helmet from Local Weather. But I mean, they're blowing it out there. They're absolutely blowing it out there. I don't know what to do.
The defense is. The offense, 13 points in the first half, a TD, a couple field goals. You know what I mean? Your defense.
I don't know what they're doing out there. It's a disaster. Shouts to Russ for the helmet.
It's looking good. Looks good with the hair out the back, man.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, Local Weather is sports drink, and so I got sent this helmet because I'm kind of involved with their NFT project. But like the Broncos, they're blowing it. I don't know what else to say. Like I love the team. It's like back in the day too. Demaryius Thomas, and they had Emmanuel Sanders, number one receiving yardage duo in the league. Like nobody really knew that, but for like 3 years in a row, that like neither one of them was ever first, right? But combined, like they were the number one duo of yards for like 3 years in a row. Let's blow that up. Let's blow everything up. I always felt like Elway, he just never wanted. I'm gonna take this thing out. I felt like Elway, he just never wanted to like have a quarterback that could break his records, is what I always said. That's why he never had a good quarterback there. And once they kind of got him out of the thing, now they finally got a quarterback. Well, it's too late. The team's blown up. Like, what are they doing over there? So no, they got 70 points scored. I wish Miami would have put up like 7 more. Just make it the worst. Make them the worst ever.
Yeah,
I'm a Broncos fan, but
it was rough. It was rough. So
fuck them if they're gonna play like that.
And it wasn't
I
like
would get canceled. Now the Broncos made my show probably get axed from children.
We're demonetized for sure. Not that we were monetized anyway, but if we were, for sure demonetized. And honestly, Miami's offense, it wasn't all pass game. It wasn't all run game, man. They were everywhere doing everything.
Running backs had 6 touchdowns. It was crazy.
Well,
Devin Kane, just a massive pickup this week with like 200 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Mostert 4 TDs. Just they absolutely destroyed the boys. I don't know what to say. I'm still like my excitement for the football game where I'm going to go see my almighty Broncos in 2 weeks versus Aaron Rodgers and the Jets is just like dwindling heavily. There's nothing to see there. I hope Zach Wilson does something cool. I don't know.
I love that little shuffle pass to Shane. I think he scored both of his touchdowns on that little shuffle pass. Right there at the line of scrimmage. Super cool. Yeah, like you said, Mostert was crazy, man. It was a not a great game for a Broncos fan. Fun game for a football fan overall.
Oh yeah, no.
And yeah, I mean, don't get butthurt. It's all good. Show T Swizzle some love. Swifties out there. I mean, they want to hear it. They want to hear us love on her. And,
I mean, she's a babe. I got no hate. I thought it was a little much. I thought they could have talked a little bit more about football. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I know they gotta get their likes and shit, but
yeah,
you gotta like where it irks me is like, so that happens, right? And yeah, sure, I don't want the Broncos to get like absolutely peppered, but at the end of the day, I want to that there's like 8 touchdowns. I better see 7, 8 posts from that game if I'm going to see 8 Taylor Swift posts. I don't want to see three. I don't want to see 3 Miami posts and 8 Taylor Swift posts on the NFL page. Like, just give me all 8 touchdowns at least, then too.
My socials, the Taylor Swift algo has taken over, man. The Taylor Swift algorithm is all over my socials. That's all I'm seeing. I know about their after party. I know about them riding in the car afterwards. He rented out the bar. Everybody had to leave at like 8 p.m. I know all about it, man. So
do you think they've been in long time love, or do you think that because she's got a new album coming out and she's just a genius marketer and she's just, she's getting out there, she's prime time in it, she's a genius marketing wizard, and she knows Casey's hot right now. That's
I'm not mad at it either way. She's crushing it. I don't know how much more money you can need.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, beyond that, we're just going to be just like them if we keep talking about it. I kind of want to chat a little bit about these the refs, man. I don't know what to say. Like that Baltimore Indy game, I feel like going back to last year, there's been some just crazy officiating. I can't wait until Netflix puts out the documentary where they've like caught them all for cheating finally or something. Like, I don't think the NFL's rigged, but that's the reffing sketchy. I mean, that Baltimore got ripped off because I was like, there's no way if Indy wins this game right after the next possession now, because like Baltimore should have got a first down or got the penalty. I don't know what they got to do in the NFL, but I just thought that was a sad way to see them lose the game by field goal, where it was just such a blatant penalty to me on 3rd down, or maybe it was even 4th down they were going. I think it was 4th down. Yeah, it was 4th down because it was lost of downs. And just such a blatant penalty. I hate it. We have the technology, but we can only use it in certain instances. Like, that's a game-winning, changing instance. It should be usable. I don't know, or it should just be, I don't know. Why are the rules there sometimes, I wonder?
It's tough. How much is too much? How little is too little? Do we go back to no technology at all? And it's tough. I get it both ways, and I agree that game probably should have went a different way. And there's probably 10 to 30 games a year that are, pretty close and, could go either way. And maybe a call during the game went one way or the other, and it very well could affect the outlook of a game. So, again, it's tough. It's a tough call. How far is too far is kind of my only counter argument to that.
Yeah, that's fair. Look at us. We got our little feet back. We're chilling.
I know. Somebody screenshotted.
Yeah, you with the feet. That was funny.
I got to start wearing the Steeler jersey more often, so it kind of just blends right in with my sassy.
Oh yeah, that's what I got a jersey on right now. Can I I almost fell. I almost absolutely ate it there on the bar stool. But I had it kind of I had it kind of going there for a sec. But anyways, back to not worrying about what we look like on it. I need to make a thing one day where it says like our tweeters and stuff on it. Anyways, what else we got to get into tonight? Obviously the reffing goes a long way though. I feel like they know who's betting on what too, because like, how is it for like ever straight? The odds just whoever's betting the most money is always wrong forever. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know where to go from there. Maybe we get into week 4, make a couple predictions and pick up week before I go down some rabbit hole. Yeah, dig into it, but I'll get into it. I'll tell you that for free.
No worries, no worries. Well, let's. I'm gonna pull up the schedule here on my computer for next week. We can go into our picks, talk a little bit about maybe
You
some
gonna jot
sleeper.
them down?
Yeah, I'll jot them down as we go. I don't have my mouse plugged in. Man, I ran in here last minute, so I don't have my own office. I don't have my own office in my house. My wife.
I can write them down if you need, but I don't got a pen.
No, you're good.
I do actually.
You're good. I have everything I need. I'm good to go, and I have the schedule up. I was saying I don't have an office in my house, so my where I work is the kids, play area at the top of the stairs. And anytime we host these spaces, I go take over my wife's office. And today I forgot my keyboard and my mouse to bring it down. So
how excited are you for a bunch of cases of local weather to take over your house and office?
Well, I saw the order. I told my wife about it, and you know what? She gave it a thumbs up. She's stoked. She wants to try it.
Yeah. So my hope is to send like 15 or 20 your way, 15 or 20 somewhere else. And I'm chatting right now to see. I'm gonna see if I can get a bunch shipped to the hotel I'm going to in Denver because they ship in like a week or two.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
I'm going there in like 3 weeks, so I was gonna call the hotel I book and see if they would accept the order, and then I just fill one of my. I'll bring a suitcase and fill it at the hotel. But either way, I'm gonna send you a bunch, and then I'm gonna try to come down in December and visit. You guys can obviously have a bunch. I'd like to grab some from me and bring a few back, and then for the show and stuff, but it'd be cool. You and the kid and the wife can have a case or whatever. You'll get a couple for the show. Like I said, hopefully one day local weather will give us the legit sponsor. Who knows? Maybe Adidas and WAGMI too. Shouts to WAGMI. Got these through. Got another NFT project. They kind of a bunch of people invested in a soccer team. And that's pretty cool. Crawley Town FC over in the European League. They're below the Premier League, and the goal's kind of to get them to the Premier League. And then this thing's comfy. I thought I'd rock it today, but shouts to those projects. Stoked to be having some gear to rep. But obviously today I've been going strong on it, and so it's not like we're 3/4 of the way through the game and I'm just playing the dogs that are doubling up Green Bay 34-17, but it's Detroit for me. And I think that's going to be kind of a lot of the theme of what's going to go on in the week 4 here, because there's just big movement in week 4 so far.
1, 2, 3 into the 4.
Well, there's that clip. I don't know. It came out of nowhere. Shouts to Snoop. That's another NFT clip. Speaking of NFTs, we got that one. And I said every time I said 4, I'd play that clip, and it just popped out of nowhere somewhere. But big shouts to Snoop. Big shouts to NFTs. That's the songs you heard playing in was from the Death Row mixtape collection. So big shouts to that. But who'd you have in tonight's game going in?
Yeah, I got to take Detroit as well.
You took or you got to take?
No, I got to take.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
I mean, why would I not take advantage of this opportunity right now to go with Detroit?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I tried to make my Thursday call somewhere on socials before the game starts.
Did you do it?
I try to be a good, legitimate host. Well, of course I do. Yeah.
Are you calling me out? Did you wait? Well, where did you post it in advance? I need to go.
Probably somewhere on the Twitter app or X, whatever you call it.
Okay. All right, so I'm going Lions just because they're winning.
Oh, that's fair.
How do you like that? How do you like that?
I think they beat KC. They're great.
There we go. All right, up next, we're going Falcons versus Jags.
Are we going 10-second pick clock?
Oh, let's go. Yeah, absolutely. You got the alarm ready? Are you?
I mean the alarm readies itself. What do you mean? What do you think I do that? You don't think we have the technology to have a little dwarf in the background doing it?
Is it your kid?
Yeah, I love that girl. My little girl. She's trying to go to bed. I'm like, no, you got to trigger the horn.
You got to stay up late. We got to watch the game. We're on the pod. We got to watch the game. What are we doing? All right, Jacksonville all the way. Jacksonville breakout week. Trevor Lawrence.
Breakout week for Jacksonville. I say Desmond Ritter's been doing absolutely nothing. Bijan Robinson's a stud though, but I keep picking Jacksonville. I picked Jacksonville quite a few times, taking them.
Got it.
Rams Colts is another one. Like we were just talking about the Rams. They don't have Cooper Kupp back. Puka's going to rip. Colts got Richardson back. Colts.
I got to pick against you. I think I wanted Colts coming in. I got to pick against you. I'm going to go Rams. I'm going Puka, Tutu, They got a pretty stout team. Let's get some touchdowns, Matt Stafford. I got him in one of my leagues. Let's get some TDs. I'm going Rams. Battle of the AFC North. Battle of the AFC North. The Ravens versus Browns.
Nice. Are we allowed to? Here's the question. Hold on. We're paused.
No. What are you talking about? 10-second clock.
Oh, well, I was going to ask you, are we allowed to do? Oh, I was going to see. Do you think I'm allowed to display that Google thing on our screen? Probably. Hey.
Yeah. You absolutely are. That's great because I have not been looking at your smiling face for a while. So let's. Can you pull it up?
Yeah. 1 sec. I think I can. Let me see if we got the technology here at Bush League to do that. I think if I pull that down, there, look at us, little cuties in the middle, and then. This has been brought to you by a Bush League brainwave. You guys just got a tea timeout while we try to figure out what the hell we're doing over here. We're trying to upgrade the show live on air. You just gotta live with us here. But it's cool that I got this new little like box I made because I think this will fit good here. Oh, the public probably can't see that well.
Yeah, no, and I can't see it either. I say go back.
Hold on. Wait, we got this type of technology. Screen. What's this do for you?
Okay, I can see it. We're good. Okay.
Is that good? Are we rolling there? Is that the one?
Yeah. Let it ride. Let it ride.
Look at us. We're buzzing now. We are buzzing live. Lions, Packers. Okay, and we are on Ravens, Browns. I just wish they still had Chubb. I'm just so sad they don't have Chubb.
You would take them if they had Chubb? Would you take them if they had Chubb here? I wouldn't. I would still go Ravens.
I would still too, but it just would make it a greater game for me. Like the Browns with Chubb just make me happy to watch them. But Ravens, yes. I'm taking Ravens all the way.
For sure. Next game, Vikings, Panthers. There's going to be a deep battle for that number 1 pick, man.
But you think they're going to be legitimately battling to try and get it?
No, I just think that there are some. There's a pretty big disparity in the league this year. I think between the top teams and the lower teams.
Nope, that's fair.
Minnesota.
You go Minnesota. I think I'm easily going Minnesota as well because the Panthers just haven't shown me anything. Bryce Young hopefully gets going, good rookie, but they haven't shown me much yet. Moving on to Bengals Titans. Derrick Henry got me 2 points last week. What do you do? I'm just going to sit here, run the clock out, and just take the 10-second penalty because I'm not even taking it. I'm giving it to Derrick Henry. It's his. It's not mine. What are you doing out there? I told people I would take you first overall if it wasn't. I would take him second overall if I didn't get Justin Jefferson. What are you, 2 points?
Can we call timeout again?
Yeah, do whatever. Who cares? It's Bush League. I'm mad right now. You got me 2
Can
points.
I tell you, back to this past set of games, Arizona, James Conner, dude, that guy is just always grinding, always there. 7 years in the league, just a stand-up dude, top dude, puts up points nearly every week. Not Derrick Henry, right? Not quite to that caliber, but pretty close, man. Pretty close. He just does it, man. He's just always there. 3 or 4 years in Pittsburgh, a few years in Arizona. It was really cool to see him go off and just kind of remember how great he is as a running back in this league. He probably not going to be a Hall of Famer. Maybe he is. I don't know. He's just been around a while. Just really cool to see that dude still out there grinding and playing. Sorry, we can kick this thing back off again. That was one thing I wanted to mention earlier that I forgot.
No, we both got a couple timeouts in. So now going into the week before I head down to Denver. So obviously I'm into Denver in week 5. We got Denver Bears. I'm just telling you right now, this is their last chance, or do I cancel my flight? If they're 0-4, no, I guess if they're 0-4, I can say I'm the good luck charm when I go down if they win.
No,
anyway, they got to give me something to hope for. They got to give me something to pray for. They got. Yeah, whatever. I deserved it. The little board sets that off. But they got to win one for me before I go down there. They got to win one. And it's got to be, if they can't beat the Bears, I don't know what to say.
Probably. Yeah. I agree. Listen, man, I'm calling it right now. Going into week 6, they're 2-3. The Broncos are 2-3 going into week 6. We're gonna figure this defense out. They're not going to lose to the Bears. You know what I mean? We can't lose. We can't lose to the Bears. I think they got the Jets in they got the Jets in week 5, right?
Yep, Jets in week 5, baby.
Yeah, going into week 6, it's they're going to be 2 games up. So I got the Broncos. I know you're going with the Broncos. This might be my first time picking with you.
We are like not even close to keeping the timer. We're just getting double penalties on one game.
Who was your pick?
Broncos. Right. I just heard an echo back. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's on my side.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
Anyways, getting into the next one. Commanders, Eagles. I'll take 2 seconds, Eagles. No, talk for 12 and get the buzzer on you.
Yeah, I mean,
Steelers, Texans. So Texans, that's like your favorite team, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm thinking the Texans over the Steelers. Dude, big win this past week for the Steelers. Don't buzz me. Big win. Taking the Steelers this week over the Texans. Another big win.
I'm gonna
3-1. Pittsburgh 3-1.
Texans are playing good right now. They're at home. I'm going against you. Texans. I'm sorry. You can hate me for it, co-host. But CJ Stroud, he's my dynasty quarterback. I got to put faith in my boy where he is. And then beyond that, Raiders and Chargers. Lost Mike Williams. We can get into that a little bit after we fire through it. But what are you thinking?
Chargers.
LA. I'm going LV. Sorry. I'm going Las Vegas.
Are you? You're going Raiders. Okay.
Yeah, I think I am just because if Eckler, I mean, I have to call it live. Like if Eckler's playing, I probably would go Chargers, but we don't know if he is or not. I'm just going to go Vegas just to do push-ups, I guess. Push-ups to Joel.
Yeah, we're at 3 different right now.
Cardinals, 49ers.
Cardinals, 49ers. Yeah, 49ers. 49ers for sure, but hell of a game by the Cardinals this week.
I just did a bunch of best balls and everybody's faded in Arizona. So I kind of stacked them in some best ball drafts because if Kyler Murray comes back, he's an electric quarterback. He's a good player. So we'll see what you can do. I just keep clapping for no reason, but I'm going with the other guy, San Fran, all day.
Yeah.
Easy work for the boys. Patriots, Cowboys.
Cowboys defense last week just got mauled, man. At -5 points. They went from scoring 40 in week 1 to negative like 0.5.
Diggs really the backbone of the entire organization.
Just got ran on. Whoop. Cowboys though. Cowboys coming back.
And then again, we got Chiefs and Jets. I mean, I think that's easy work for the Chiefs. Personally,
you're going Cowboys, right?
Yes, sir. I am.
Yeah, Cowboys and then Chiefs. Sorry, got it.
We only got 3 different so far, eh?
Yeah.
You're going Chiefs.
Oh yeah.
We're picking all the same people. I don't know if like people.
It's got to be tight, man.
Argue or what we're supposed to do, but we're just we're trying to win this thing. We're trying to win that competition. Shouts to Joel for sponsoring that every week. But I just want to pick against you sometimes. I'm an asshole. I pick against you with your Steelers. But you going Chiefs? You going Jets? What do you think?
Oh, I have to go Chiefs, man. Okay. Yeah, again, this is a big swing week, and there are a couple potential upsets. I don't think there's a whole lot. You look
34-20. I looked over and it seemed like maybe there was a fumble or something that just happened. I was kind of trying to keep an eye on what it was, but I don't think that's what happened. I think it was just some kind of big play. There was something that went on there. Oh yeah, no, it was a nice big play. Montgomery broke a big tackle and crushed through 1 or 2 guys. He only made about 15 yards, but
I like how we have this TV in the same spot and we're like looking the same way.
I told you one day we'll get up on one day we'll have one in front of us. We'll get more professional or who knows, but right now not happening at all. Somehow we got completely off the grid and forgot our Monday night game. But who you got in the Monday nighter?
2 games. We had 2 games on Monday night.
There's 2 Mondays again, or is that in the dust?
Sure
I thought that was last. I thought it was over. I thought week 2 and 3 we had to deal with that shenanigans. But it's over now. We're back to 1. It was only for 2 weeks. I don't know what the NFL was doing. They were doing something weird because there's no more of them.
Okay.
So we're back to normalcy in the realm of foosball. So all we got is that one last game, Seahawks Giants, as far as I know, unless I'm reading some shit.
Yeah, we're missing a few, man. Did we pick Bucks and Saints? We didn't pick Dolphins and Bills. What are we doing?
What is this thing? How did we miss them?
We skipped them after Bengals and Titans, man. We got a little hot and heavy on the Broncos.
Let's finish up Seahawks Giants and then we'll go back and see those 2 we missed. Good call. We would have blown the dust. That's a good call.
All right, Seahawks Giants.
That's Bushleague move right there. Woo!
How'd the Giants do this past week?
I don't know, probably horrible.
I'll take the Seahawks based on that confidence. I love it. Seahawks all the way.
Yeah, I'm with the Seahawks. Let's go. They got a hardcore receiving core, and they're absolutely buzzing. But yeah, I mean, I guess I must have just been excited to see the Broncos, and I scrolled past them, queued the Broncos at the top of the order. But we got to get into the Bucks and the Saints for sure.
Yeah, that's an interesting one for sure. I'll let you pick first.
I went deep on the again those best ball drafts. I went pretty hard on some Bucks. Everybody's fading Tampa. I'm like, they got one of the best wide receivers in the league. If I can get wide way run Tampa, I'm gonna go Bucks. Jameis, I don't know if he's gonna do it in game 1 starting. Oh no, Saints at home. Kamara's back.
You think Kamara's gonna put up numbers?
Yes, I do.
You do. So I'm like, I have him. I don't know if I'm going to pull him and start him. I don't know I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet.
No, I can't go back. I'm going Bucks. It's going to be a good game, though. I can't take it back. I'm going Bucks. I can't.
All right, here we go. Here's my deal. I want to pick against you. Sound it. Sound the buzzer. 10 seconds.
1, 2, 3 into the 4.
We got buzzed 4 times. That's nasty.
I'm stressing, man.
All the buzzers.
I'm stressing. I want the Bucks too. I'm going to take the Saints just because I
socially engineered you with Kamara.
You did. And I don't think he's going to put up numbers. I don't. I think he's coming out off a little breaks. Got to get up to game time speed. I don't think he is. I'll take the Saints just because you took the Bucks.
And then somehow we almost missed literally game of the week. Buffalo
game of the week, hands down. I'm picking first this time. Miami. They're gonna do it. It's gonna be a big year for Miami. I'm excited to watch them play. I've seen a lot of things so far this week asking if Josh Allen is really an elite quarterback in the NFL. I don't know what to think. I think he still is, but there's some people questioning him, that's for sure. So I'm going Miami. I wanted first pick there. Who do you got?
I want to go Miami because they had a big 70-pointer, but I want to try to maybe differentiate from you a hair like you just did. I'm going to swap it up. So we'll have 5 different picks going into this next one. I like how this bucket hat sits nicely on this hat, Bremen's hat, just saying. But we'll go Bills at home. They're going to put them both at 3-1. They're going to look Miami dead in the eyes and say, we're dead even. We'll see you in the playoffs.
All right. That's a good week. So our differences are Rams versus Colts. I'm going Rams. You're going Colts. Obviously, I'm a Pittsburgh guy. You're going for C.J. Stroud and the Texans. I took the Chargers. You took Vegas. I don't know why you took Vegas. So you took the Bucks. I took the Saints.
He's beautiful. Josh Jacobs.
And then Miami and Buffalo. I took Miami. You took Buffalo. So big week.
I'll probably go 16-0. Just kidding. I just know that we don't
59-30.
I just know I can say that shit and we nobody will clip it. I can just say whatever I want around here.
59-32. I documented it. I'm ready to clip it on my note.
Well, when did you say it last week? We'll clip them both.
I never said it. It never came out of my mouth. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah, that's fair. Big game. That game just wrapped up 34-20. 2 TD win for Detroit. I don't know. I haven't looked in to see what Montgomery and Jamar Gibbs and everybody finished with for fantasy points. Maybe I'll take a quick peek at that while we're live on the air here.
Who had Detroit to start this year at 3-1?
I mean, me probably.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, for sure. I
Gibbs
believe
got 12.6 in the end, so that's good. Can't cry about that. What did Montgomery get? 12 No, that's last week. Oh, that's week 2. Never mind. So we got Gibbs with 9. Gibbs got 9 points. Oh my God, I benched Montgomery everywhere, and he got 35 points the first week I benched him.
So for this week,
he got 35 points, and I benched him.
I'm trying to move past it. I'm trying to move past it for you, for your sake.
I won't.
Do you want to focus on it for a little bit, or what?
Yeah, I'm sad.
No, that's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes. But
35.
tell me, no, let's move on. Keep it going.
Where are we going?
I want to go to Acres. I want to go to Acres this week.
That's more points than Acres will get all year. What do you mean?
What are you talking about? You love Acres. You love
He
Acres.
doesn't have a home anymore.
LA did Acres dirty. He's gonna go and start in Minnesota this week. He's gonna put up numbers like verbatim what you said.
Benched him, so maybe this
Verbatim. Well, yeah, because he went there halfway through the week. Of course, he's not gonna play.
I'd be ready. It's just like a road game. What's the difference? Get over there. Get going. Get on the field. What are you waiting for? So I don't know. Maybe this guy's just a plug, and they don't want him out there.
What? No. But this week, is he going to put up some points? Are you starting him in any leagues?
I mean, Madison showed that he's the guy that he was the reason again. So I don't know. I'm going to probably start him in the leagues where I accidentally benched Montgomery like a dummy, and I have to start some other lesser plug in his place. 35 points, man.
It's hard on a Thursday, man. It's hard on a Thursday to make that decision for the week.
No, it's not. I meant to do it and I forgot. I'm an idiot. I was managing all this other stuff. I literally made him my captain in DFS, which means he's the most important player, I think, of the whole week. Of course I wanted him in my lineup. I left him on the bench. 35 points.
Should we end it? Should we just close it with that? And we can just, go to sleep sad.
No,
should we turn this around? Okay, let's turn it around. I agree. Talk to me a little bit.
There's got to be someone out there that's happy. Like, just because I'm sad, how do you know someone isn't watching who's miserably happy at my sadness? We're here for the viewers, my friend.
We are here for the viewers. We are here for the viewers.
Probably laughing. My opponents are probably all watching this, being like, "This guy sucks."
Well, while we're here, why don't you give us some sleeper picks, some sleeper pickups this week? We can't really do sleeper pickups on a Thursday because pickups already happened. I don't know. I guess there could be some Friday pickups. Maybe something happened throughout the week and you can pick some people up Friday. But who are your sleeper pickups this week? Who's going to put up some points?
I guess, the guys that I had claimed last week that should be targeted, guys like CJ Stroud and then Tank Dell. Tank Dell is a guy who was picked up in my dynasty league, like in the draft before the season started. But most leagues, I would say, probably in almost zero leagues was he drafted. So he was a pretty good pickup for everybody to have. And a guy who I probably would consider starting this week. Like I say, the Stroud connection over there, I took them to take your Steelers on. And the only reason I did that is because I think Stroud and Dell are going to do something. So we'll see what happens. And it's crazy that there's two rookie. So I didn't even realize this. Tank Bigsby is obviously still the superior name, but 2 tanks to come into the league as rookies in the same year, that's impressive. That's a stat
very impressive.
Noting. If we want to put that on the record book somewhere, that's a valuable Bushleague stat for sure.
How many times? Let's go over under. I was going to say over under 1.5, but that's too easy. Let's go over under 2. How many times is TJ Watt standing over CJ Stroud on Sunday with that sack? How many times? Over under 2.
I was going to say what's the over under? 2?
2.
I was going to say Oh yeah, I would put the number at 1.5. So
yeah, I was going to go 1.5, and then I was like, no, I got to go 2.
I mean, I'll go. He'll only get 1 tops. Someone else will get some.
You can go 1.5. Go 1.5. Go under.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I'm going under.
All right, here we go. Yeah, I don't know, man. TJ's such a beast. Is he most sacks in Steeler history now, or something? He just hit a record this week. I don't really recall what it is, but for the Steelers D to consistently be. What's up?
Oh, nothing. I just had to reply to a work text.
No, you're good. I lost my train of thought as well. But all right, so you're going under. You're going under.
You said something with the Steelers D.
Yeah,
with TJ Watt, you're ranting about him.
Dude's a beast. Dude's a beast.
Up about your favorite guy on your favorite.
Oh, of course. When Pulamalu left, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to find a new favorite, and TJ just kind of slid right into that role.
Wait, you replaced TJ Polamalu's long curly hair in your heart with a football. You can pick me. I got long curly hair.
Tackling machine. He's a tackling machine, right? Just like Waterboy, man. He's a tackling machine.
Oh, that's fair. But I got the hair.
You do have the hair. You do have the hair.
Me in Troy Polamalu's place if you wanted.
I probably could. With all these pictures you're posting on X and Twitter of those loving locks, I saw them today. I was like, geez, man, hair game strong.
Yeah, it was feeling good. I'm getting old. I gotta put myself out there. Maybe find a mate one day. So I gotta show off those locks while I still got them, because every time I shower, I have less and less. Like, I'm getting old. My hair's just falling out at a rapid rate. I'm pretty sure I found a gray. I'm getting there. I'm on the edge.
Yeah, it's the way it goes, man. It's the way it goes. So you said earlier you were talking Kamara. You do think he's gonna have a decent week this week?
I think so. I mean, Tony Jones proved he'll be a good, fill-in guy and then good to run behind him. But I think that he'll be, a guy who I'm going to have to start in one league because I benched Montgomery back. So, I think he's going to do good. If not this week, within a week or two. I think him and Winston is a nice duo. With Winston isn't that big of a running quarterback, so Kamara's hopefully going to get the rock, kind of like with Breeze, just the way I always viewed it back in the day, and I think he'll have a good one. And then we got the stud coming back next week. I mean, there's going to be some leagues out there where Jonathan Taylor might be sitting on the waiver wire, because there's some people that are like literally Bushleague at fantasy. And so I guess scout the waiver wire. If he's out there, pick him up. I know that's like the most obvious thing to say in the planet, but like I'm in a league or two where there's like 4 bench spots. There's no IR. Guys like that are just sitting out there. So do not forget Cooper Kupp, Jonathan Taylor back next week. The chances of sitting are slim, but you never know. Maybe there's a team that's hurting. You can try to hit him for a trade for that guy ahead of next week, something like that. But those 2 studs are coming back. I know I have a league or two where I have them stashed. I'm looking forward to hopefully turning around a couple 0-3 seasons by activating Kupp and Taylor. So we'll see what happens.
All right. So question for you. We were talking earlier, and I don't want to bring it back up because I know it was a really painful topic, and I don't want to make you sad again. But you mentioned A.J. Dillon. You mentioned Dillon earlier, and you mentioned how you started him. You really wanted to see him put up some points. Looks like he put up 1.1 or 1.2 points on the day. I just didn't want to make sure you didn't start him over Montgomery in the league that you were talking about there.
No, the only place I started him was in my DFS lineup, the same place.
Okay.
So I needed him to just kind of tally up some points because I captained Montgomery. Where did I finish? Yeah, so I fell back quite a bit. I think I doubled my money. Montgomery was the captain, 55 points. I had him in the captain spot. But yeah, Dillon, I could have had basically anybody but Dillon, and I would have finished a little higher up in the standings. He was, I guess, in essence, I ended up picking the best possible captain for the week, which makes me somewhat smart. But I also, in the same lineups, had the worst possible pick of the week. So that's
man, I'm sorry, dude. I stopped listening to you a couple seconds ago, and I apologize because DK, the real DK, just sent a trade offer over to me, and I want to tell you about it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear a live Friends fantasy deal. Let's go, baby.
All right. I need you to walk me through this because I was going to ask you to help me set my lineup for this week because I do have Kamara coming off the bench. I got Swift in at running back. I got Henry in at running back. And then I got this guy known as Zach Moss from Buffalo in my flex. However, DK's throwing out Cortland Sutton for Zach Moss. Is he doing me dirty? Is DK trying to do me dirty right now while I'm on the Friends Fantasy Show?
So he's going to give you, let's
Cortland Sutton. He's looking at Cortland Sutton. Had a decent week this week. I mean, really a decent season so far. Put up 13 in week 1, 11 in week 2, and 20 this past week, 19 this past week. But he's looking for some running back depth, and he knows that I have it. He knows in the Sassy League I got some running back depth, and he's looking for Moss.
So you would give up Zach Moss and Indy. So far, what's he been doing? He's had a couple of big games, 20 and 23 points. Those are big games for the kid, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't realize he was jacking up that many points. Really? How did I miss that? Has he been that? Is that real stats?
Yeah, it didn't play game 1. And then 20 in game 2 and 23 in game 3.
I'm looking at your roster. So, I mean, Ayuk and Waddle. Ayuk, hopefully he plays, but you got 2 studs there. You got 3 receivers.
I got Lockett on the bench too, man.
I see. You got Taylor too. I wouldn't get like that. Either way, I wouldn't give up Zach Moss because Jonathan Taylor, Zach Moss, especially. I don't know how I didn't realize he had 2 20-point weeks. But I wouldn't be giving him up, especially if you're activating Taylor. I like how you got Kamara and Taylor, both the guys I just talked about, right, sitting there on injured reserve.
Dude, my roster is ridiculous on this, and I don't know how I've been losing.
Who sent you that?
The real DK, not the league. Not DK, the real DK.
Champa, he's Champa, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants Zach Moss, he's got to be giving you someone.
Dude, who's he got under center, man? Who's he got under center?
He's got Stroud and Fields. He's starting Stroud this week, which is cool to see. So shouts to Champa DK and shouts to Sleeper for all these leagues we're hosting. As you can see, I got about 15, 16 different leagues on the go here. Shouts to Sleeper for having us get this great platform to use. But I don't know, like you don't really need, like if you're giving it up, you need to get a running back where maybe you need to try and get Akers back in a deal, like, and give back a lesser wide receiver. I just don't see. I don't see you need that. You need the depth, I think, at running back.
I think I need a more receiver. So look at this. Let's look at next week. We pull Taylor off the injured reserve. Kamara's off the injured reserve. So I need to drop 2 next. I need to drop 2. So I'm dropping AJ Dillon for sure. And I guess I'm dropping Sky Moore. I think I want to keep Addison around, but I think, for TDs, but I guess I'm dropping Sky Moore and Dillon. And then I'm sitting with I guess I drop Allen Robinson, but I'm sitting with 5 high-end running backs,
I mean, so for me, here's where my thinking is. I get what your thinking is. First off, I start with combing your competition for trades because I'm a grease bag like that. So like 2 for 1, trying to like hit up the AJ or hit up the Aaron Jones owner and like give him Dillon as like a complimentary piece with another player to try and like get a slight upgrade. Go at him and try to pawn AJ. Even after a 1-point game, it's way freaking harder. But that's why I say like maybe just a slight upgrade at a certain position, and AJ Dillon's like the extra piece that person gets. I would just go around and try to pawn a player or 2 off in a trade, like a 2 for 1, just to try and see if you could get some sort of move there. Like the guy who just offered you a trade, hit him back a 2 for 1. see if you can grease a player off your roster via that. I then always just kind of pan a lot of time. Something I'll do too, I'll tell you all my grease bag moves. So something I'll do too is I'll just drop my kicker and my defense, activate them, and hope someone's injured that I can tuck an injured reserve by Sunday and pick someone up. And so I'll push my decision right till like Sunday morning sometimes by doing that. Because sometimes you can get away with a guy or two goes questionable or out or whatever, and you don't even have to make that hard decision. You just plug a different guy into the IR. So that's one grease bag move. But I mean, Dylan and Robinson are easy drops. Sutton is no upgrade for you, though. I don't see how he's an upgrade. If we go back and look at that roster, I just don't see it. Like, you got Lockett, you got Addison, you have Waddle and Ayuk, who you would start every week anyways. So Lockett and Addison are kind of your next guys. Jonathan Taylor comes back and doesn't want to play. You don't have Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor comes back, and now we've seen that an indie running back's going to possibly put up 20 points a game. I wouldn't give up that capital.
Yeah.
I'd hold it. I just don't see what Sutton's doing for you. And I don't see the benefit in getting rid of him after 2 20-point games. Just my opinion. That's where my head's at. If you wanted to, I just wouldn't do it. You got Jonathan Taylor. I'm such a believer in handcuffing. You have the whole backfield. Now one of them gets hurt. Other guy's for sure the guy. I love having that kind of power. So I would not get rid of any of it.
I don't have to make the decision today. I'm definitely not making that trade.
Send him AJ Dillon and Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor. Okay, hold on. Let's make a big one here. And Jonathan Taylor. Okay. You give him the whole back end of her.
Where's his roster? Let's figure it out live on air. Somebody ping him.
That's what we're doing.
Ping DK. We're gonna make a counter offer right now, DK. I'm gonna text him.
On air. So I would give him. Okay, you need room. You need some room. Okay, who do you want? Do you want Jonathan Taylor? Who do you want the most?
I'm not looking at. I'm trying to ping him right now. I'm not.
I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you, not him. Who you want? Jonathan Taylor, Kamara? You willing to get rid of those guys? What are we thinking?
Yeah, well, I'm definitely I'm willing to get rid of one of these high level running backs for sure.
Okay, so let's go. We already know he wants Moss, so offer him Moss and Taylor, and geez, give him Dillon too for all I care. I don't know, but Moss and Taylor. Okay, give them both those guys, and then instead of Sutton, get a guy who, like, when you go to bed, you're gonna have a chub thinking about it. Not Sutton ain't doing that for you. Try to get Puka or Diggs. I mean, come on, he's asking for big money. Hit him back with a solid counter. Go for it. You're giving him that's 2 running backs. I think that's a good deal. The entire indie backfield for Diggs would be radical.
Oh my gosh, let's do it. I'm gonna counter him.
That's what I would do. Get Puka or Diggs. Like, I don't see why. Okay, so why would you start Sutton over Ayuk or?
Yeah, I'm not. Sutton's riding the bench until bye weeks, right?
But even then, so are you running Sutton over Addison or over Lockett? No,
not over Lockett. Not over Lockett. Probably not over.
There's no reason to really start him. Where the running back depth, I think, is way more useful to you. So, like, unless you're gonna get Diggs or Puka, like, no, tell him no.
I should go after Diggs, huh?
I'd go after both. I'd send both offers. I'd send one for each. Here you go, bud. That's what I'd say. I'd even write that.
Who's my
comment at the bottom? Right here you go, comma, bud.
So now we're getting into something a little weird here, and I want to bring this up.
Okay, cool.
People in this space feel like bud is a bad term. Is like it's almost derogatory in a sense. Like,
what space? Canada? It's our favorite word.
No, I was gonna say just maybe it's just like young, hip, cool people now. Like bud is like hey there, bud. Go give me the basketball, bud. You know what I mean? Or like, hey, chief. What's up, chief?
I mean, every single thing could be good or bad. Like, I like saying chief. I say sup, chief. I say, hey, bud. I mean, I guess I'm more Canadian.
I say but all the time. So,
I think anything can be derogatory or good. It just depends how you say it, and it depends who wants to complain about it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But Bud is good. Bud can be weed. Bud can be everything.
It can be. So DK, if you're listening, if you popped in since I pinged you, you're getting a big counter today, and I'm open to deal, man. I'm open to deal. Let's get on the phone. Let's get it all on paper, and we'll get it approved.
And for those who don't know, he's obviously talking about DK Metcalf, great friend of the show.
Yeah, he's in the Sassy League. Big Sassy holder. DK is. Yeah. It's closet snowboarder. You know, he makes his way down to Mount Hood in Portland a couple times a year. So yeah, definitely a closet snowboarder. Nah, I'm lying. Totally lying.
You didn't hear the part where I just said, kidding. Don't. DK, the real DK Metcalf. I don't know who the real DK is, because the real DK, the not DK, the Twitter DK, who nobody knows what we're talking about. They're just confused right now. Mm-hmm. But if DK Metcalf actually wants to go snowboarding with us, we'll go. So shouts to you, buddy, in the off season. If your contract allows it, let's head for a rip. We'll come out west and come for a rip with you in Seattle. Maybe Gino will come hit the slopes with us. Sickles, come bring him. Tell him about how we drafted him in the second round.
So forgot about that. So you're heading down to Denver in 2 weeks. And I'm going to say that this trip is, it's football related, but it's also kind of a hookup from, the NFT crowd, from your involvement in
my whole life's NFT lately, but Banter Sports is best.
So do you have any other trips planned coming up other than this trip, or related to NFTs? Anything in the back end? I know you went to Toronto late last year. Maybe it was earlier this year you went to Toronto to catch.
No, it was December. I went with my dad. No, I just got this one planned because it's a trip that Vayner Sports is again giving us tickets to games. So going down there, get to go tailgate with AJ and Gary and about 20, 30 other Vayner Sports holders. So that'd be pretty sweet to go to another event. This one would be pretty special because I get to meet the Vayner Bros. So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, not really. Maybe I'll try to sneak down your way in December, because I sent most of my local weather down to Texas so I might have to find my way down to where you are. And I told my buddy who's down in Orvilla that maybe I was coming to the game if I could make it happen. So I'll get him to come link up too, perhaps, and he can bring the other half of my stash.
Dude, total Bushleague move. I'm going to bring this back to the Broncos. There was one.
The horse is dead. Like
no. Like a breath of fresh air. Marvin Mims, Frisco, Texas native, Lone Star High School. I could probably hit it with a football if I threw it 27 times and just kind of walk forward and hit that high school. Marvin Mims with that rookie from out of Oklahoma with that run back there at the end of the game. Too little, too late, but pretty nice little run back at the end of the game by a Texas boy.
Yeah, he's been ripping. He's been like a kind of a bright light, and he's getting 20 points a game too. All my buddies are trying to trade him to me in different leagues, and
trying to use the love of the Broncos.
Yeah. So he's like, here's a Broncos, they have 20 points. Tyrone will give his best for him. But it's been good to see. He's been ripping. He's been doing obviously good. I think he was a big claim for a lot of people on waivers this week. But I don't think in fantasy that surviving off of punt returns is sustainable. So we'll see what happens over a couple of weeks. But good for those first few weeks. And again, though, I am an idiot. I said, who knows about Puka? I said, who knows about Tank Dell? They all keep ripping. So maybe the kids are just built different these days.
Sure. And yeah, good for them. Good for the team. Good for him to come out and I be a difference maker, I guess, right? Not making too much of a difference yet because the Broncos are losing. But, they're going to go 2-0 next 2 weeks. I'd like to see it.
Maybe get her back to 2-3. Love to hear it. As always, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to cover? Or I think we're getting pretty up against the edge. We ran a decent show coming in late, running a little late, but it's been good. We covered everything we wanted to.
Yeah.
Been a good banter.
No, really. I really appreciate you, man. Let me do this with you. I know that there are a lot of knowledgeable fantasy football people out here in the world. I know that I might not be the most knowledgeable, but I love coming chatting about it, having a good time, talking some smack.
You'll dominate when we get into hockey, so don't worry. I mean,
there we go.
Football heavy right now, but you're probably doing better than me in your fantasy league. So who's to say? And you're one pick up on me in picks. So at the end of the day, you're kind of running the show. May as well give it to you. Here, you want to? We give you the host spot. You can have it.
Is the host spot on the? Okay, I like it. No, it just. I don't know. It's been a blast, man. Hope you get to come down here in December. If you don't, we got a couple of sassy meetups happening here in early 2024.
Nice.
So we're looking at potentially something around ETH Denver, which is at the end of February, I believe, this coming year. So we're going to hit a mountain up there. We got a lot of community snowboarders, skiers in the Colorado area. So
you got to come up to Canada.
So that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to maybe do something over there on the West Coast, hopefully getting over into the Vancouver area. I know we got a big crew up there. We'd just love to have you at any of these. We're going to do actually our Shred Fest event. It's going to be an annual recurring event, which is on 4/20 in Tahoe.
Nice.
We'd just love to catch you at one of those events if I can't catch you.
Obviously, if you guys ever want to roll something like Banff or something, I mean, I'm here. I'll show you guys.
So we will. We do
all the mountains out west, so I'll come hang with you guys.
We were at Banff this past year.
I think I was late to the party. I missed it.
Yeah, we were at Holy Bully up there.
Nice.
Had a bunch of pros up there. Actually, our pro riders for Team USA are down in Chile this week training. It's winter down there in the Southern Hemisphere, so they're training down there, heading back to the States, I think this week into next. Shout out to Grizzly, Keith Gable, for all the shit that he's been doing. He's a monster and a badass sassy pro. So thanks for giving me the platform, dude. Stoked to be here. Can't wait to meet you in person. Get down here for a Stars game.
No, love it. Thanks for coming and joining me every.
Get ready to do push-ups next week. You better be ready to do push-ups.
I think my picks are off, man. Your Homer Steelers are gonna blow at CJ Stroud.
No way. Come on. I'm going over. I'm going 2.5 sacks. TJ Watt over. Let's go.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in and showing up and then letting me know I forgot to give you a link and then getting here. I was like, I got to get this up to him while we're live. But no, it's been a good one. I can't wait to do it again with you. Every week. It's been fun. We'll keep on ripping and we'll keep having a good time.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, have a good night.
And you got to rally those sassies, get a few more, Bush League backgrounds. You guys will be running, catching back up by next week or two. I think we'll be having to worry about it here pretty soon. So shouts to everybody in the Friends Fantasy League and all the communities that are taking part in that. As always, you guys are, making it fun and giving us probably half the audience for this show. So appreciate all of you.
Hey, love it. Hey, and I will catch you Sunday for the space. I think I have a hockey game with my son, but I'll definitely be on the space on Sunday. Hopefully we can get a little pregame alpha from you and some start sit predictions.
Yeah, no, and for anybody that we do a Twitter space on Sunday morning, so come pop into the Bushleague Sports and we'll go through that with you guys and have a little fun and give you some last minute lineup Sunday morning, get you updated on all the injuries and everything else. But as always, man, I appreciate you. Thanks for joining me, and I guess we'll catch you next week, right?
Yes, sir. Let's do it. See you.
Take care, brother. And as always, I'm stoked to be here with you all. Stoked to be doing this with you guys every week. It's a dream of mine to be chatting sports and obviously to have a great co-host like that join me every week makes it a whole lot funner. But on behalf of Bushleague Sports, Bushleague Media, and everybody else, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you all. Catch us on Sunday. We'll get you up to date on everything that's going on Sunday in the National Football League. And eventually we will dial you in on hockey and everything else. But for now, stay Bush League, you beauties. Let's go.
From the bottom, ain't no half stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half reppin'. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. From the bottom, ain't no half stepping. I'm the dog, I made it through, so they don't ask questions. Long Beach, and it ain't no half reppin'. Once a dog, always a dog, so they don't ask questions. Tell them never question, dog, I'm sitting ghost status. Eating chicken with my gin, smoking on some cabbage. Used to pedal on that swing with my fro out. Whole lot of bunnies flocking to me when I roll out. I've been rolling on dubs, coin collecting, keep it sonic blue. Blue rags and house shoes, they know how the dog do. Skinny nigga, heavy pockets, the West OG. Can't a nigga cross the globe say they don't know me. Been applying pressure from 8 to 24 like Kobe. Mr. Hall of Fame used to bend the corners with strollies. Had to lay the blueprint, they rolled out the carpet. Anything I wanna own, I got my own market. Blue this, blue that, everything beautiful.